Okay, so today was another loss. My bias played out exactly how I wanted it to. I had a bullish bias for the day. If I hide the drawings, last night looking at the daily, we're bullish, weekly. I want to see this high on both pairs get taken out, as I have it marked right there. But that's going in for this week on the daily. But this day, initially on the 4-hour, we swept, displaced right here. We're expecting this 4-hour imbalance. We're still bullish going towards that high. So if I go on the 1-hour, before market open, we're expecting this 4-hour imbalance. We did have a higher time frame S&T, but I'm just going to move. Yes. I'm not putting any I'm not worrying about this right now until we get because it's more of a daily SMT or 4-hour SMT. So it's like until we get displacement through like this fair value gap down, then I want to see these lows. But for now, I have a bullish bias still. Now going into today, we displaced on the 4-hour. We're expecting these two imbalances. Okay. On the hourly, let me mark it open. Okay. So we're in this 4-hour fair value gap, and before market open, I mark out these highs and this low. And these two lows. Now there was we go on the 15-minute, like an hourly 15-minute SMT, bullish SMT. So just a little bit of added confluence to why I would be bullish today. And I would ride this SMT out until this high gets taken. Because once this high gets taken, I feel like this S&P would deliver price. This is what the SMT is for, to deliver price to this. So with that, going to market open, we did not sweep any hourly low on NASDAQ, but on ES we did. This is where I took the loss. We just swept these 5-minute lows. I didn't wait for a hourly liquidity sweep solely on the 1 minute. So I definitely jumped the gun because we were only 5 minutes into market open. I had my stop right there, and I also noticed this high. I would partial right here at a 4, and then yeah. This is what the trade would look like, but we got stopped out. So to note from this, I feel like my bias is very strong because on the higher time frame we had displacement. We had a sweep, displacement, rebalance into this fair value gap, and then same thing if we mark the external liquidity for this. Well, this is higher time frame liquidity was the 4 hour, and then just this same model. It's consolidation and then sweep and then distribution, which is exactly what this is right here. So going forward, my bias for pretty much the past, I feel like I could make a good bias, and I understand, and I've been correct with my bias throughout all my trades. And for most days, I could tell where price would want to go. And it's just my entry is not, it's just not, I need to work on my entry. So I feel like noting from last week's price action, waiting for displacement or a fair value gap, inbounds getting disrespected on the 5 minute and then entering on the 1 minute would seem to be the better option. I feel like I just need to wait for more confluence, more. I just need to give more time. I feel like I'm just entering too soon in market open. So if I would have waited for the 5 minute to displace right here at 10, so it would have closed right here, and I wouldn't have entered because there was news at 10 a.m. So I would have just not have took the trade today, or maybe I could have, maybe not. I wouldn't have because both of the highs I was looking for the day were taken out. So yeah, displacement on the 5 minute, broke structure, enter, and yeah, I would have prevented a loss. And also, if I feel like going forward, I'm just going to disregard any 5 minute liquidity sweeps and just solely stick to 1 hour sweeps, because I feel like most of my losses have been on the just 5 minute and then 1 minute. I need a little bit higher time frame, like the 5 minute, to give me a confluence where price goes. But yeah, so we could do the text box. Positives. And negatives. So positives of the day were I didn't exit the trade early out of fear of loss, or yeah. I feel like I followed my trading plan. No, I didn't, because I didn't wait for. I need to adjust to only hourly sweeps, and yeah, my bias was correct, which is good. Positives, negatives, didn't wait for a hourly liquidity sweep. What else? I feel like that was probably the biggest negative of why the trade didn't work out. I entered too early. Then I feel like we could do like going forward. Would want confluence before entering, and also waiting for hourly liquidity sweep. And I think that's about it for today. Yeah.